Hi, my name is Amanda Sargent and I'm a nutritional therapist at Happy Nutrition. And this is the second of 6 sessions of the Community Health Project, Zest4health. The objective of which is to support you and to help you rediscover your zest for life. I would like to help and encourage you to improve your health, to increase your energy levels, to feel good and maybe lose a few pounds. So a very warm welcome to you. This session we are focusing on eating more plants and why food variety really is the spice of life. We're going to look at the 3 sections: Eat for Health, and look at 5 reasons why it's good to eat more plants; Habits for Health, where we look at concept; and Cook for Health, where we have a couple of family-friendly dinner recipes. There is a lot of conflicting advice about the best way to eat, but one thing that almost everyone agrees on is that eating more plants is good for you. You don't have to go vegan to eat more plants, and I don't just mean fruit and veg. Nuts, seeds, pulses, grains, herbs and spices all come from plants too, as do tea and coffee. Eating more plants has many benefits, and there's plenty of room for variety based on what you like and affordability. No doubt you've heard the phrase, variety is the spice of life, and it is more than just a saying. Apply this to the foods you usually eat, and research shows that those who have the most variety within key food groups have better health and well-being and also live longer. So how does eating more plants affect your health? The word vegetable comes from the Latin word vegetar, and this means to enliven or animate. And this is what plant foods do, as they're an abundant source of beneficial nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, dietary fibre and protein. The vitamins and minerals are compounds which our body needs to work properly, and in the main we can only get them from the foods we eat. They help us to turn our food into energy, to keep our brain and eyes in good working order, and to support our nervous and immune systems. They help maintain our bones, skin, muscle, teeth and hair, and we need them for our body to grow and repair and to maintain normal health. The fibre contained we cannot digest, but it is important to help our digestive system to work properly. It also helps to remove toxins, waste, fat and cholesterol from your body, and it feeds the good bacteria, the microbiome, which is living in your gut. They're also rich in polyphenols, the thousands of biologically active molecules that feed our gut bacteria, the microbiome, and benefit our health in many other ways. They are thought to protect us from diseases. The different coloured fruit and veg all contain different polyphenols, and this is why you may have heard to eat a rainbow. And we come back to this in a moment. Antioxidants are molecules which can fight the free radicals in your body. Free radicals are compounds, which if the level is too high in your body, has been linked to disease. Although it is difficult to determine cause and effect when it comes to food and disease, what we do know is that people who eat more plants in their diet tend to have a lower risk of diseases, including high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. And people who eat a heavily plant-based diet also have a consistently lower risk of death due to heart disease compared to those who eat sugar and processed foods. And both of these can be backed up by research. So let's look at the 5 reasons to eat more plants. Firstly, plants are anti-inflammatory foods. Inflammation in the body is now being tied to nearly every chronic disease there is, from digestive issues and arthritis to cancer and heart disease. Anti-inflammatory foods help stop the progression of disease by supplying nutrients that fight free radical damage. Just think of lots of colour and the rainbow. The different colour pigments in the fruit and vegetables are all due to the different phytonutrients. And by eating all the colours of the rainbow in a day, it's a good way to ensure that you are giving your body the variety of nutrients it needs. And included in here are antioxidants and phytonutrients such as flavonoids, resveratrol, quercetin, beta-carotene, essential vitamins such as vitamin C, E and A, trace minerals, electrolytes, essential fatty acids. The studies show that diets high in anti-inflammatory foods promote longevity, regulate the immune system, and impact the way inflammation affects our bodies and our lives. Plant foods can help foster better gut health, support the immune functioning, and reduce autoimmune reactions that can cause a cascade of age-related diseases. And it will also make your meal look more appealing with all the colours on your plate. High in fibre. Plants such as vegetables, seeds, ancient grains and legumes are high fibre foods that are capable of lowering your risk for constipation, digestive problems, high cholesterol, heart disease and diabetes. Fibre helps to prevent cravings and overeating. It keeps your arteries clear from plaque and allows healthy probiotic bacteria to thrive in your digestive tract. And some of the top fibre plant foods you could include in the diet include avocados, linseeds, berries, oats, apples, cabbage, artichokes and dates. Plants have also been shown to help you reach or maintain a healthy weight. And research shows that eating more plants can help you to lose weight and maintain it. A 2013 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that an 18-week dietary intervention using a low-fat, plant-based diet helped improve body weight, plasma lipids, and glycemic control. It can also help lower your risk for chronic diseases. The famous Lion Diet Heart Study found that a Mediterranean-style, mostly plant-based diet could cut heart attacks and death rates due to heart disease by 70% compared to the traditional American diet. And the plant foods that are commonly eaten in the healthiest parts of the world include leafy green veggies, fresh herbs and spices, tropical fruits like mangoes and pineapple, nuts and seeds such as almonds, walnuts and cashews, corn and ancient grains, olive oil, beans and sweet potato. And finally, not only does a plant-based diet have benefits for your waistline and health, it's also good for the planet. Eating foods that take less natural resources to produce has a lower carbon footprint, spares the lives of livestock and reduces food scarcity globally. Of course, we are talking about buying food locally and eating seasonally here. So if everyone were even to cut back their intake of animal foods in favour of eating more plants, it could have far-reaching positive effects. So let's have a look at how much veg you should eat. You can eat as much as you like, and the government recommend 5 a day. But this really should be your minimum, and you should try and have 7 a day to stay healthy for longer, 2 of which should be fruit. The portion size you should be looking for is about 80 grams, and this is the equivalent of 3 heaped tablespoons of spinach or peas. And you can include frozen and tinned in your count too. So let's look at the 10 easy ways to get more plants into your diet. Number 1 is bulk up with beans. Make your meals go further and switch half or all of the meat you'd normally use to prepare meals like stews, curries and bolognese with plant-based proteins such as tins of mixed beans, lentils or chickpeas. You can add tinned tomatoes, herbs and spices for extra flavour and diversity. Next, you could have a meat-free Monday, which is a really great way to prioritise plant-based foods at least once a week. If you're stuck for ideas, you could follow some of the great plant-based bloggers out there for some recipe inspiration. You could have fruit as a delicious dessert, and it definitely doesn't need to be boring. You can poach, bake, griddle, or simply chop all kinds of fruits and top them with nuts, seeds and spices to make things interesting. If you plan ahead and cook up extra roast veg or vegetable-based stews at the weekend, you can pop them in the fridge or freezer to use throughout the week. Cooking in bulk can save you both time and money, ensuring that you have plant-powered meals ready to go whenever you need them. And remember that frozen is your friend. Frozen fruits and vegetables are just as nutritious as their fresh alternatives. This is because they're frozen within hours of picking, and this seals in nutrients that are normally lost over time in fresh fruits and vegetables. Canned fruits, veg, lentils and beans are also good options with long shelf lives, so they're always handy when you need to whip up a meal. You can mix it up. The key to a healthy plant-based diet is diversity, not just eating the same few vegetables on repeat. Keep a seasonal food calendar for your area on your fridge and try to include 1 new fruit or veg in your diet each week. Say goodbye to boring salads and forget the tasteless iceberg or watery tomatoes, and instead think about how to include all the colours of the rainbow in your salads. The more colour generally means more of those healthy polyphenols. You can incorporate texture and crunch with toasted nuts and seeds, and experiment with different ways of preparing your veg, such as spiralizing or grating, and use fresh herbs for extra flavour. You can hide those greens The great thing about the green leafy veg such as kale, Swiss chard, spinach or cabbage is you can chop them finely and fold them into cooked dishes, where they wilt down and push up the plant power of your dish in a flash without being too obvious. And that would be perfect for picky kids or picky adults who aren't keen on solo greens. You can make the most of dips and spreads because there's a world of possibilities when it comes to making bean-based dips and spreads. They're easy and cheap to make at home and can be used as a creamy spread, a quick addition to salads, a dip for chopped vegetable sticks, or a substitute for mayo. And finally, you could try going half and half. Instead of just cooking up your regular helping of potatoes, increase diversity by switching out half of them for other root vegetables, like sweet potatoes, butternut squash, celeriac, or carrots, all of which are delicious roasted, crushed, or mashed. So next, let's look at our 2 recipes. Firstly, we have this veggie chili, which you can see contains many vegetables. It's got the pepper, onion, squash, tomatoes, beans and lentils. And also you can add the coriander and avocado at the end. Next, we have a pesto chicken, which includes garlic and courgettes and cherry tomatoes. And again, you could serve it with a side salad or green veg to increase that diversity. So how varied is your diet? And how many different types of food can you eat in a week? In Japan, officials love numbers even more. And advice issued in 1985 was to eat 30 different foods daily. But we know that if you can count 50 different plant foods per week, you are doing very well. So we have a 50 food challenge for you to try. We've created a handy recording sheet that you can stick to your fridge. We have been testing this with our own family and clients and have had some great feedback. Most people find that the first few days are easy, but by the end of the week there is an incentive to buy a different vegetable or add a different spice to meals in order to ensure that the 50 foods are reached. So we've created this easy to complete form and you can stick it to your fridge. Give it a go this week, get the family involved and let us now know how you get on. Have a healthy and varied food week. Goodbye. Thank you.